What annoys you or bothers you most about living with dementia?
Find that people tend to not treat me like an adult.
That you have no control, that it's there in the first place. I feel very annoyed about that.
I can't get to go out when I want to. My wife's got to be there to take me out.
What annoys me is not having the same focus in my mind as I did.
You start talking to people and you can't even remember what you're talking about.
I do write myself notes so that I remember what I'm supposed to do that day, or maybe that week or whatever, and it's very boring.
I just used to have a great memory for so many things, and people's names. I mean, I never ever missed a person's name. I really struggle with names now.
I can remember still at the moment about 8,000 songs from top to bottom, no problem, from the 1920s right up to the 70s. But I noticed over the last few months that the odd word would suddenly drop out of my brain.
I try to listen for something I've said, and I'm thinking, what does that work, And you just got to stop.
That's one of the most embarrassing things for me, is that my memory is not as good as it was, and therefore people see me differently.
Because I wasn't like this. I could carry a lot of information in my head, and I did a lot of public speaking, and I had a great job, and all of a sudden I don't have this.
I worry that in the future I might not recognise people. I suppose that sort of memory loss and how confronting it will be for my children.
It's hideous. I don't like it. I like who I was, and I want to be who I was.
So I mentioned it to them last night, and they said, don't worry, we'll make sure you know who we are.
Well, it doesn't particularly bother me. I mean, I've got it, so, a bit like finding a left-handed. I mean, you're left-handed.
I have a very great faith, and that helps me to be what I am.
It's a bit annoying, perhaps, at first, and people say, oh, you're left-handed,
You just put up with it. You have to. There's no option.
It's my story, it has to have an end at some point, and it's important that it end when it's supposed to be.
I count my blessings, really.
This is nothing more than a speed bump, and it'll run its course. That's great, that's going to happen, but I'm going to make the best of it all the way through.